Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And today I am using the Greer tarot deck for my reading. And I just want to get an overview of what we can expect this week, and what some of the themes of the week will be. Okay, so we'll start with the first card, which represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. Oh geez, we're off to a great start. So we've got the Ten of Swords, and it's funny because this card, you know, has kind of a literal meaning of, you know, feeling stabbed in the back, and this card is so dramatic that it reminds me of what our minds can do to us when we over-dramatize things. And when we make something out to be this huge catastrophe in our minds, when in reality, it really isn't. So I always see this card as sort of the mind playing tricks on us, and the mind exaggerating things and making us feel powerless and pinned down and stuck. And I feel like this card really speaks strongly to everyone who's listening to this who feels stuck right now. And I feel like the message is 98% of your stuckness has to do with the thoughts that you're thinking. And I know this sounds kind of cliche. I know, like, you're probably tired of hearing this about, you know, changing your thoughts and thinking positively. This isn't about thinking positively. It's about questioning your thoughts. So if you accept your thoughts wholeheartedly and believe your own thoughts, in a lot of ways it can be disempowering, particularly if those thoughts are negative in some way. So the challenge that this card brings to you at the beginning of the week is be a rebel and question your thoughts, just like you would maybe question authority in another circumstance. Question your thoughts like you would question authority. And, you know, be willing to believe that just because you think something doesn't mean that that's true, and that there isn't another way to think of things. And that can be kind of the first step of breaking free of, you know, the power of your thoughts. Okay, so moving on to the next card. This card represents Wednesday and Thursday of the week, and we've got Ace of Swords. And I love getting an ace in a reading. It's just, it brings such a wonderful positive energy to the reading. And because it's in the middle of the reading, it's the center card, I always give it a little bit of extra importance. So we've got the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is about being able to cut away all the stuff that we no longer need. So this, whenever I get this card, I think of like when I clean out my closets, or like when I go through all my stuff and get rid of stuff I don't need anymore, or you know, letting go of things that just no longer serve me. So it could be, you know, letting go of thoughts, which obviously, you know, blends nicely with the Ten of Swords, but cutting away that which no longer serves you, which is easier said than done, and it kind of almost requires you to be almost a little bit cold-hearted and a little bit detached in order to do that. If you're really sentimental about things and attached to things, and a lot of us, let's face it, we're attached to our thoughts and our beliefs about ourselves. We're very attached to it, and we've identified with it. So it's hard to just get rid of that thought or belief once we realize it's not working for us, because we've identified with it. So that's, you know, a challenge that I think might come up with for some of us this week. But the Ace of Swords, of course, it's an ace, so it's a new beginning. It's a new opportunity. It's a new chance at starting fresh and starting from scratch. And I feel like it represents an opportunity and also an idea. So be aware of that, and be aware of any you know, flashes of insight that you get, or any really great ideas that you get, because those will have extra oomph, extra power this week. Okay, so moving on to the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords, it's funny because that card actually came up in my Friday reading that I did on my blog. So the Eight of Swords is about self-inflicted powerlessness. It's very similar to the Ten of Swords, but Eight of Swords will come up when we're feeling kind of hopeless and powerless in our lives, and we feel like we just don't know what to do. We have nowhere to turn, we're not sure what the next step is, we feel like we can't see things or understand things clearly, we feel like our hands are tied, we feel like there's nothing we can do, and it all feels so bleak, etc., etc. And often when we feel like this, it's tempting to wish for some kind of miracle, like we'll want someone to rush in and save us, or you know, a knight in shining armor to come save you, or you know, finding a solution to your problem all of a sudden, or you know, a miracle solution, and having all your problems disappear. But again, that's just another way of kind of giving up your power. So the real challenge of this card is getting in touch with your strengths. And of course, this is really challenging when you are feeling powerless to recognize your strengths. But this is about getting deeply in touch with what you can do in this situation. So where your power lies. And there's a saying, and I forget where I read it, but the saying is, your power ends where your fear begins. So I think a lot of this card is about fear, and I think it's about fear of moving forward and looking at things, you know, with open eyes, being aware. So fear of, you know, waking up and being aware, and also fear of our own power, because when we recognize that we're powerful beings in our own lives, then there is a certain amount of responsibility, and that can feel pretty scary sometimes. So I feel like the message with this card, and it comes on the weekend, is don't be discouraged if you are feeling powerless. So don't let that get you down. Much of your powerlessness is illusion, and I know that's not always what you want to hear, and it seems kind of almost insulting to say that to someone who's feeling really stuck and trapped and powerless, but a lot of it is illusion. So again, just like kind of what I said with the Ten of Swords, is this card is kind of challenging you to once again kind of question your own beliefs. And if you say to yourself like, oh, there's nothing I can do, I'm trapped, I'm stuck here, I'm powerless, I don't know what's going on, you know, why don't you question that and ask yourself, is that true? Is that really true that I'm powerless? Is it true that I really can't do anything? Because most of the time it's not true. So it's about sort of taking baby steps to get yourself out of that stuck place. And I just want to say that I know when it feels like when you're in that stuck place, it feels really horrible, and it feels like you won't ever be able to get out. But again, that's an illusion, because you absolutely can get out. And with the Ace of Swords in the middle, I feel like this is the card of sort of encouragement and of hope. And I feel like the message here is kind of like, you can do it. It's like this card is sort of the cheerleader card. And again, I just want to point out, in the two cards on either side, the swords are pointing down, and they're stuck in the ground, and they're trapping. In both situations, they're trapping the figure. And in the middle card, the sword is pointing up, and there's a hand grasping it. So this is about kind of taking the bull by the horns, reversing things, and using that which may have kept you stuck as an instrument or a tool of power, which I think is a really powerful message. So I'll let you think on that and sort of see how that might relate to your life right now and your situation. But I just want to say good luck this week. It's going to be a very moving and powerful week. So my name is Kate. I'm from dailytarotgirl.com, and thank you so much for watching.